Hello and welcome to Artwork with Addie. Today I'm going to be doing a watercolor piece. The materials you need is something to paint on, paintbrushes, water, and of course, paint. So let's begin. So first I'm going to pick the brush that's probably going to be the right size. This should about be the right size for that. So I'm going to get my brush wet and I'm going to show you what we're going to be making today in a moment. So I'm going to get my brush wet. I'm going to start with this blue. Now I've gotten, see how my watercolor set? It's not in the most perfect shape. It's like there's paint everywhere, but it still works. So yours might be a little messy, but it should still work perfectly. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go around drawing some little circles. I might want to, so when you're doing watercolor, a tip is to make it sort of look like it's a lake. Make it look like it's a lake. It might be a green lake or a red lake, but you want to make sure it looks like it's a lake. Like, see how it looks like? You can see there's a lot of water in there. That's what you want. And I'm not keeping my watercolor set in one place. I'm moving it around for me so it's a little bit more easier. So I'm just going to draw dots all over it. But you want to leave some room because we're going to draw some more dots later in a different color. So, and also, one other supplies I mentioned is you're going to need some markers. I'm just like, it's not the markers we're going to use, but just to show you there's some markers that I have. I probably might use that blue though. So I'm just going to keep adding some water to my blue so that it will look like a lake again. And then I'm going to go in with some more dots. You see, I don't have that many big dots. They're mostly all around the same size, not super big. So I'm going to, I'm wetting my brush again. And also to dry it because we're going to move on to our next color. So my next color, sometimes, because I don't want to drip like water everywhere, I'm moving my watercolor over to my water so that when I just move it, the water, it doesn't get everywhere. So now I'm making a red lake, and you want to put in a bunch of water. And also, I have some mats so that it doesn't get on my desk. I'm gonna get my brush, get some red, and now I'm just, like I said, I'm gonna go in with some more dots. And the more water you add, the better it is. Alright, so now we're finished with our watercolor. Now we are going to get the marker. So I'm using marker, but you can use anything else. So let's see. If we have the two colors we have on our paper are red and blue. So then I'm going to get a red and blue marker. Here's my blue marker. And I'm going to use two different kinds of markers. You don't have to. I'm going to show you how to do it with two different materials. So now I've gotten my blue marker. I'm going to do my other red in oil pastel. But you can just do any material for this next step. But I wouldn't recommend using watercolor because the cool part is you are using different materials. So now we still have some space left. I'm going to go with my blue marker and just draw some swirls. It's not the exact right color, but it's good enough. just gonna go around drawing them all around my paper. Don't have to be perfect. I'm gonna go in with my red oil pastel and do the same thing. If you want, you can draw different shapes if you want, but I just decided to do swirls. And then once you finish that step, you are done. I'm not quite done yet because I didn't finish that step yet. But now I'm finished and I have some swirly artwork. And I really like it. If you want, here's another thing you can do. You can go around with your paint with the color. If you want, that looks sort of cool. And you can do anything you want. Like instead of circles, you might want to draw triangles. You might want to draw squares. So just sort of make it your own. But the cool part is that you have different types of mark. If you have different types, the point and what makes it really cool is that you don't do it with all the same materials. But I use 3 different kinds of materials to make this. So I didn't use all the same art supplies because I used a marker, an oil pastel, watercolor, and see, my circles, they don't do it exactly, but if what I wanted to do is, let's see, so if you look at this red one right here, you see I still have a little white space. If I wanted, I could fix that, but it doesn't really matter to me. But if that matters to you, you can go ahead and do it like that. Like I made a lot of mistakes and I'm just gonna go and fix that, but you don't have to. And you could add any extra stuff. So I'm just gonna sign. Now it's done. Thank you for watching. Bye.